On the 8th of March 2014, a routine international flight turned into a confusing mystery. Malaysia Airlines Flight 370, also known as MH370 or MAS 370, took off from Kuala Lumpur International Airport with its destination set for Beijing Capital International Airport. Just 38 minutes into the flight, something inexplicable happened. The Boeing 777-200R with the registration 9M MRO vanished from radar screens over the South China Sea. Communication with air traffic control was lost, leaving a perplexing void in the sky. The aircraft, however, continued its mysterious journey, although invisible to air traffic control. The Malaysian military's radar system tracked it for an additional hour. It deviated from its planned route, crossing the Malay Peninsula and Andaman Sea, disappearing 200 nautical miles northwest of Penang Island and northwestern Peninsula, Malaysia. With 227 passengers and 12 crew members on board, the fate of Flight 370 remains shrouded in mystery. Despite extensive investigations, the reason for its disappearance has not been conclusively determined, leaving families and investigators with more questions than answers. The search initially focused on the South China Sea and Andaman Sea, but a breakthrough came with a novel analysis of the aircraft's automated communications with an Inmarsat satellite. This analysis revealed that the plane had traveled southward over the southern Indian Ocean. The lack of official information in the days following the disappearance sparked fierce criticism, especially from the Chinese public, as most passengers on Flight 370 were of Chinese origin. The search for truth became a quest for closure for families desperate for answers. Several pieces of debris washed ashore in the western Indian Ocean in 2015 and 2016, confirming the tragic fate of Flight 370. These discoveries added fragments to the puzzle, but did little to alleviate the mystery that surrounded the plane's disappearance. Despite extensive efforts, a 3-year search covering 120,000 square kilometers of the ocean failed to locate the aircraft. A second search in 2018, led by a private contractor, Ocean Infinity, also concluded without success after 6 months of relentless efforts. The Australian Transport Safety Bureau, ATSB, primarily relying on Inmarsat satellite data, initially proposed a hypoxia event as the most likely cause. However, investigators remain divided on this theory, considering hijacking scenarios, crew involvement, and suspicious regarding the airplane's cargo manifest. The Malaysian Ministry of Transport's final report from July 2018 left more questions than answers. It was inconclusive and did not mention the potential for the pilot to intentionally harm oneself. The report highlighted Malaysian air traffic control's failures to communicate with the aircraft shortly after its disappearance. In the absence of a definitive cause, the aviation industry implemented safety recommendations and regulations inspired by Flight 370. These include increased battery life on underwater locator beacons, longer recording times on flight data recorders and cockpit voice recorders, and new standards for aircraft position reporting over open ocean. The Boeing 777-200R, operated by Malaysia Airlines, took off from Kuala Lumpur International Airport less than an hour after takeoff at 1:19 MYT. Voice contact with air traffic control ATC was lost over the South China Sea. The aircraft disappeared from radar screens at 1:22 MYT. The mystery deepened as military radar continued tracking the aircraft at 2:22 over the Andaman Sea. The plane deviated sharply from its original course, heading west and crossing the Malay Peninsula, leaving military radar range 200 nautical miles northwest of Penang Island. The search for MH370 unfolded as a multinational effort, spanning the Gulf of Thailand, the South China Sea, the Strait of Malacca, and the Andaman Sea. It would go on to become the most expensive aviation search in history. Satellite communications between the aircraft and Inmarsat's network revealed that the flight continued until at least 8:19. flying south into the southern Indian Ocean. The precise location, however, remained elusive. Australia assumed control of the search on 17th March, shifting the focus to the southern Indian Ocean. On 24th March, the Malaysian government confirmed that flight MH370 had ended in southern Indian Ocean. Despite a comprehensive survey covering 120,000 square kilometers of the seafloor southwest of Perth, no evidence of the aircraft was found from October 2014 to January 2017. The discovery of marine debris on African coasts and Indian Ocean islands confirmed pieces of Flight 370, but left the bulk of the aircraft unaccounted for. The disappearance of Flight 370 has sparked numerous theories, but the bulk of the aircraft remains undiscovered, leaving a void that continues to perplex investigators and theorists alike. Step into the aftermath of a mysterious aviation tragedy as we unravel the events surrounding Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. On 22nd January 2018, a new chapter unfolded in the search for answers. A private US marine exploration company, Ocean Infinity, launched a search deemed the most likely crash site based on a drift study from 2017. Malaysia, in a prior attempt, formed a joint investigation team (GIT) to collaborate with foreign aviation authorities. In October 2017, Malaysia released a final report shedding light on the mysterious disappearance. Flight 370's crew and communication systems revealed no distress signals, indications of bad weather or technical problems before vanishing. Stolen passport passengers were investigated and eliminated as suspects. Power to the aircraft's satellite data unit was lost between 107 and 203. It reconnected with Inmarsat's network at 2:25, 3 minutes after leaving radar range. Based on satellite communications, the aircraft was believed to have turned south, flying for 6 hours until fuel exhaustion. The disappearance of Flight 370 marked the second deadliest incident involving a Boeing 777 and the second deadliest in Malaysia Airlines history, only surpassed by Flight 17. The airline faced financial struggles, worsened by reduced ticket sales post-incident, leading to renalization by the end of 2014. The Malaysia government faced criticism, especially from China, for delayed information disclosure during the early weeks of the search. Flight 370's disappearance exposed limitations in aircraft tracking and flight recorders, promoting changes in international aviation standards. Explore the details of the aircraft at the heart of perplexing mystery. Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. Join us as we uncover the characteristics of the Boeing 777-2H6ER. Registration 9M MRO, the 404th of its kind, first taking to the skies on 14th May 22nd. It was delivered to Malaysia Airlines on 31 May 22nd. The aircraft boasted two Rolls-Royce Trent 892 engines and the capacity to carry 282 passengers, with 53,571.6 hours of service and 5,526 cycles. It has an impressive track record without any major incidents. The last A-check maintenance occurred on 23rd February 2014. Ensuring compliance with all applicable airworthiness directives for both airframe and engines, despite a minor incident in August 2012 at Shanghai Pudong International Airport, resulting in a broken wing tip. The aircraft remained incident-free. The Boeing 777, introduced in 1994, boasts an excellent safety record. Since its first commercial flight in June 1995, the type has experienced only 7 other hull losses, including incidents like the British Airways Flight 38 crash in 2008 and the tragic Malaysia Airlines Flight 17 shot down over Ukraine in 2014. Recent incidents such as the crash of Emirates Flight 521 in 2016 and the Singapore Airlines 777-200R fire at Singapore Changi Airport in 2017 highlight the resilience of the Boeing 777 despite these unfortunate events. Delve into the deeply human dimensions of the Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 tragedy as we explore the lives of the 12 Malaysian crew members and 227 passengers from 14 different nations. Malaysia Airlines, on the day of the disappearance Disappearance promptly released the names and nationalities of passengers and crew based on the flight manifest. However, later modifications included 2 Iranian passengers traveling on stolen Austrian and Italian passports. The 12-member crew, comprising 2 pilots and 10 cabin crew, were all Malaysian citizens, showcasing the professionalism and cultural diversity within the airline. Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah, the 53-year-old pilot in command, had an illustrious career with Malaysia Airlines, starting as a cadet pilot in 1981. With over 18,000 hours of flying experience, he had become a seasoned and respected figure in aviation. First Officer Fariq Abdulhamid, the 27-year-old co-pilot, joined Malaysia Airlines in 2007. Flight 370 was his final training flight, and with 2,763 hours of flying experience, he represented the next generation of aviators. Among the 227 passengers, the majority, 153, were Chinese citizens. Notably, a group of 19 artists along with 6 family members and 4 staff were returning from a calligraphy exhibition in Kuala Lumpur, underscoring the diversity of the passenger profile. 20 passengers, 12 from Malaysia and 8 from China, were employees of Freescale Semiconductor, highlighting the global impact of the tragedy on various industries. In the aftermath, Tzu Chi, an international Buddhist organization, and Malaysia Airlines offered emotional support to passengers' families. This included specially trained teams, caregivers, volunteers, and financial assistance for family members traveling to Kuala Lumpur. A total of 415 family members of Chinese passengers flew to Kuala Lumpur, while some chose to remain in China, expressing concerns about feeling isolated in Malaysia. The mystery surrounding Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 led to a myriad of theories attempting to explain its disappearance. Among these were the speculated causes involving passenger involvement, crew actions, and the nature of the cargo on board. Passenger involvement. Suspicion arose when 2 passengers boarded Flight 370 with stolen passports, 1 Austrian and 1 Italian. Interpol revealed that both passports were listed as stolen, but no checks were made against the database, eventually identified as Iranian asylum seekers. Crew involvement. The focus shifted to the cockpit when US officials believed someone reprogrammed the autopilot, guiding the plane south. Investigators delved into the lives of the crew, with Malaysian police searching homes and seizing financial records. Media reports hinted at Captain Zahari as a prime suspect, although no significant behavioral changes were noted. The FBI's analysis of Captain Zahari's home flight simulator revealed a simulated flight over the Indian Ocean, raising suspicions of premeditated actions. However, the ATSB and Malaysian government, while confirming the findings, clarified it didn't prove the pilot's involvement. Cargo investigations. Investigations into the cargo revealed the shipment of mangosteens and lithium-ion batteries. The mangosteens underwent inspections, ruling out sabotage. Concerns about the batteries arose due to their potential to cause fires, following past incidents involving lithium-ion batteries on cargo aircraft. And so the mystery of Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 continues to captivate minds around the world. Despite numerous theories and investigations, the truth remains elusive. The stolen passports, the crew's actions, and the intriguing cargo create a narrative filled with twists and turns. As we navigate through the complexities of this aviation enigma, one thing stands clear: the disappearance of Flight 370 is a puzzle that defies easy solutions. The quest for answers has involved nations, experts, and ordinary individuals, all driven by a shared desire to unveil the truth behind this perplexing incident. In the vast expanse of the Indian Ocean and the depths of theories, the story of MH370 remains an open book, waiting for the final chapter to be written. The world watches and wonders, holding onto the hope that one day the veil of mystery will be lifted, bringing closure to the families and clarity to the aviation community. Until then, the disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 remains one of the most compelling and enigmatic stories in the history of modern aviation.